One of my biggest challenges I have had with codependency was seeking other people's approval. If someone disagreed with me, such as a partner, friend, or boss, I would take it personally. Depending on who I was interacting with, I was often filled with different frustrating emotions. When I spoke to my boss, I would cringe at the thought of being confronted with some issue. When I was dating or was in a relationship, I was afraid of someone disconnecting from me. I rarely brought things up with my husband because I was afraid we would disagree. I was afraid I would be met with criticism or disappointment. I was afraid of abandonment. I was afraid if I was really honest about how I felt, they might leave me. I learned that my personal fear of abandonment and rejection stemmed from early childhood trauma I experienced when I was born premature. I spent the first 2.5 months of my life in an incubator. I didn't have the physical connection with my mother that a typical infant receives. It affected how I emotionally responded to many things into adulthood. I went through life only speaking when spoken to, smiling when I didn't really feel like smiling, and agreeing even when someone else's opinion didn't match mine. I avoided confrontation at all costs. Through therapy, self-assessment, some helpful support groups like Al-Anon and Facebook groups, and self-discipline, I changed my way of thinking. I didn't need to dress and act the way I thought people wanted me to for approval. Disagreement did not mean I was being judged or rejected. I learned to speak my truths regardless of the outcome, to make decisions based on my own opinion and to stand by my decisions. I realized there are always going to be people that disagree with me. I learned to have confidence in myself. Trying to impress others is a never-ending battle. And dating had its own challenges. I would pretend that I had it all together, that I was super independent and didn't need anyone else. Well, of course, that wasn't true. I wasn't authentic with who I really was. I would end up attracting men that had major intimacy issues because I put on an air that I didn't really need them. I would attract avoidant type men because they thought it would require very little of them to be in a relationship with me. But when we were in a relationship, they quickly learned that I did want connection, and then they saw me as just being needy. All I wanted was a normal, healthy, and intimate connection. I slowly learned to be authentic with my desires. I started to keep it real, to keep it 100. Take a moment to think of all the areas in your life where you have sought approval, avoided confrontation, kept an opinion to yourself, avoided confrontation, or wasn't honest in a relationship. How did that make you feel? What were the behaviors you used to seek approval for? It's not comfortable interacting with someone who is so self-conscious that they only want others' approval. I want you to try showing up 100% as yourself. Resist the desire to garner approval, knowing your best is good enough, that you will always be growing and getting better. Look inward and be on your side no matter what. So what I'd love for you to do now is go to Facebook, go to my Facebook group, Codependence Recover, and join. I'd love to see you there. And if you'd like, I have a free ebook waiting for you when you take my codependency quiz, and you'll see the link here. So I'll see you there.